doing the hook first.
When you got those people coming
Yeah,
over.
no, you're not.
I'm just gonna focus on the hook first.
Dope.
Focus on the
This
verse.
lady, oh, fuck, I fucked up.
Dope.
This lady always complicating all the things I'm making in my head, trying to wrap around the dating, writing raps instead. This lady always complicating all the things I'm making in my head, trying to wrap around the dating, writing raps instead.
Pin me on the head, give a little head, sit down, have a talking tech. Anxiety, feel vision with the red society.
This is the intro to the new and improved Broke Knock Life podcast that I've been thinking about doing for probably a year and a half now. About 2 or 3 years ago, I just started, listening to podcasts. I would go to work. I would just fucking put that on while I'm doing mindless game testing shit. And I mean, it's taken a lot of energy to actually get into this, but my only problem is I just don't know where to look. Cause like if I stare right at that fucking lens, it's like only staring at one person's eye the entire time. You know how whenever you're talking to somebody, you don't know what like eye to focus on, so you just kind of like bouncing back and forth between which eye, and then if you do it too much, you start realizing that, and then you're like, what if they think I'm some kind of fucking idiot, And I mean, shit. Let's I got a few topics, a few structures that I'd like to lay out. So first off, this is the Broke Knock Life podcast, and that Broke Knock Life, I got that because my artist name is Broke. And I used to love watching Austin Powers growing up, and I forgot which movie it was.
Test. All right. Well, I think this would help. How am I gonna hold this? Okay. I need to have my notes up. So that intro got fucked. The intro got fucked because it's my first recording of this podcast, and it was laying right down on the ground. I'm just so scatterbrained today, man. But like I was saying, fuck, that whole intro was screwed up. But it's Broke Knock Life. That's the title of this podcast, and that's what I want it to stay. Broke because that's my artist name. I make rap, fucking R&B, experimental type shit, and I'll get into why I call myself Broke in a little bit. But Broke, like I just said, artist name. Knock Life is I used to watch Austin Powers quite a lot whenever I was little. With my dad, and I grew up on Family Guy, fucking Austin Powers, really everything inappropriate that a 5-6-year-old kid shouldn't be watching. But that's I grew into the man I am today doing that. So I would watch Austin Powers all the time, and I forgot which movie it was in, but they have a jail scene where they're trying to they have do-rags on Dr. Evil and Mini-Me, and they're trying to break out of the jail. So they're like, what I want y'all to do is make a riot and we'll escape. And then I forgot what that fucking big black guy's name is. Big fucking tower of a dude. He's like, nah. So they break out into song and they start doing Austin Power lore lyrics over Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life, which I think was sampled somewhere else, but I don't really know. I didn't really do that research, but I need a fucking mic stand. But yeah, it just came to me one day. I had it in my notes, and I went to look up what I wanted my first episode to be, and I had it all fucking jotted down right there. And I'm trying to segue. Fuck, this is a disaster. Yeah, that's essentially where I got my podcast name from, because I've just been listening to podcasts I listen to one every single night, you know. And I'm having a fucking real problem looking at the camera lens instead of the screen right there because I have to check the time. Because for some reason, 1080p 60 FPS only records 14 minutes and 30 seconds at a time, and like fucking time intervals on this camera. So I have to stop it. It's at 7 minutes and 48 seconds right now. So I have to stop it whenever it stops and then boot it back up, whatever. But let's see what we got. And if y'all call me unprofessional for looking at my phone during a podcast, I am unprofessional. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's get the really mundane fucking bullshit out of the way. Part of the reason why I'm doing this is because of this whole coronavirus thing. And I live in Louisiana, and our state is pretty much up there because everybody here is a fucking dumbass. That and Florida, man. Florida people, you can go ride down the street and you can just see fucking droves of people just still acting like it's spring break. I don't think it's going to wipe out the whole population, but at the same time, we still have to take measurements, and we have to be counterintuitive to where this shit doesn't happen at the magnitude that it's happening right now. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I jotted down some statistics because that's usually what I look for. I don't look for what news bias is reporting, or I have a real hard problem trying to digest news media because, like, for instance, Fox is all one-sided, right? Like, they try to make it seem like they're not one-sided, which is with any media outlet. So you're just bouncing around from trying to find the facts, and people are saying this isn't true because that's not true, and it's just really hard to find. So usually what I do, I go to like databases and figure out the statistics, and then try and form my opinion around that. So in the U.S., 265,000 confirmed cases, 11,000 recovered. The deaths are 6,500. Just in Louisiana, 10.2 K cases, 370 dead, and 1,700 in the hospital. And worldwide, the coronavirus has affected 1,081,952 people. 58,000 have died from this virus, and 227,000 have recovered. It's a pretty good ratio. I think we're doing pretty good right now. We just need to keep up this whole social distancing, and our medicine has never been better. I just don't get the whole toilet paper thing. I mean, how much toilet paper do you need to have in like a... I mean, we didn't think this was going to last this long, but I mean, at the time people were buying toilet paper, it was like a month. People thought they were going to be home. How much toilet... I saw this person... 348 packs of toilet paper. How much do you need to wipe your stinky ass? I mean, I get dingleberries as much as the next regular person, but I don't need 40. I don't need whatever 48 times 3 is. I don't need that much in a fucking month. Like, I mean, shit, go get a fucking bidet or something, which is actually a really good idea. I've been thinking about that for a while. Getting that fucking bidet. But no coldness is gonna touch my butthole, bro. As soon as that happens, I'm wiping. I'm scrubbing. I'm gonna start fucking scrubbing shit. I'll get a bidet if it heats up really fast, and I'm not waiting there just with a fucking shitty asshole dripping over the toilet. I'm not waiting there waiting for a warm fucking water to come hit my asshole. You know what I mean? And you still always gotta wipe your shit after that. I don't understand people. I was watching some podcasts. I don't understand people who just spray the bidet on their asshole and then just like let it drip dry. Dude, that's fucking disgusting, man. But I do agree with this other method people are doing, shit to shower. I heard this first on the Your Mom's House podcast with Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky, Christina P. And I think Christina said that she shits to shower, which I forgot what the details she said, but does that mean she's shitting, putting the bidet on her butthole, and then not wiping, and then just going into the shower? Because to get that whole shit off, like, what are you gonna do? Just like bend over and let the shower head take control of all that? I would assume you would need to like get in there if you still have some poopy butt and fucking help the water clean all that. I don't know, bro. I just wipe my ass with some wipes sometimes, and I just take care of business, get all cleaned up, and go. I don't do all that extra terrestrial shit, But I wanted to refrain from talking about shit so much because that's just a really interesting topic for me. And there's 1 minute and 25 seconds left on here. So we will cut this. I don't know. I don't know how coronavirus went to shitty, but oh yeah, the whole toilet paper thing. The whole coronavirus topic turned into a fucking shitty bidet rant. But yeah, man, just keep your distance. Chill at home for another month or two. And I mean, we'll be getting checks, hopefully. But I did hear that if you didn't put a direct deposit, if you didn't put your direct deposit information on your tax forms for the past 2 years or 1 year, you won't be getting that shit till August. So keep up with your government shit, and this shit won't happen. You know what I mean? It sucks, but we're all gonna get through it eventually. But that's the end of that segment because this camera's about to come out. Welcome back from our paid sponsors. This is the Broke Knock Life podcast, and we don't have any sponsors. So the next topic that I want to structure out and discuss is just, I'm trying to do like music, local music. So I'm going to start out talking about like the like Hot 100, the news updates that is trending right now, and then just put a little of my insight on it, which my two favorite albums out right now. Actually just two is the new Eminem album and the new Weeknd album. So I did try to listen to Eternal Take. It's just I don't really fuck with all that high pitched auto tune. I like it in some cases, but like whenever you start screaming and being high pitched like Young Thug, I just don't. I just can't get into it. I can get into most of the beats on Eternal Take. It's just it doesn't really grab me as much as I thought it would be, But actually, Eternal Take debuted on number 1 of the Billboard Top 200, and I think. Hold on, let me see if I'm getting this right. Yeah. Since 2018, it's the biggest streaming week that a hip hop artist has had. So I think that's pretty awesome. It's because of all that hype, man. I really bought into all the hype because I'm really into cults, and I'm really into the Heaven's Gate cult. I watched some documentaries on that shit. It's really, really insightful, Really, really insightful. And the whole album art just completely coincides with the whole mental image, if you will, of the whole Heaven's Gate conspiracy / fucking cult. What I want to really get into music wise is let me hold this in my other hand. Jesus. You like that bling? Look at that fucking bling. But yeah, the new Weeknd album. Okay, so I'm not a hardcore, die hard, fucking been day one Weeknd fan. I've always fucked with his music. I just never really got into it because whenever I first got into music, I just delved straight into like hardcore rap, gangster, all that shit, and I didn't really give R&B a chance. But now, since I'm older, my peripherals are opening to the music, and I'm starting to get into more. Starting to get into more rock, fuck country. I'm still trying to get into all this other stuff that's not country. His Starboy album, which is considered a pop album, I love every single song. Every single song is fantastic. So I think what he wanted to do is to get back to his roots on this album and go the whole like sad and not really angry, like sad fucking emotional type R&B singy, which I love. And it's the album didn't really hit me whenever I first listened to it, but it's definitely grabbed me now, and I find myself going to Spotify and then just hitting on the album and then just going top to bottom, back to front, if you will. And he was actually the one that dethroned Uzi, which I don't. Considering all that hype behind Eternal Atake, man, I just don't think it did nearly as well as I thought it was going to. Which is the same thing with the Carter 5. Oh shit! I wrote this down. I forgot about this. He's been on the Artist 100 chart for 246 weeks, which is such a feat in itself, man. And Blinding Lights, which is probably my top 3. Top 3 song on there. Ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. Na 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 na. That has peaked at number 1 on the Hot 100. I don't think this charged near enough to where I want it to be. Let me check. Blah 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 blah. Test. All right. So as I was saying, I wanted to talk about the whole general music Hot 100 thing, because I wanted to lead into basically what this whole podcast is going to be revolving around, which is my music artistry. I'm trying to build like a broke empire, and just tie in a whole bunch of different media outlets that I express myself through, tie all of those in together for like a multimedia fucking warehouse of ideas for people to work off of. Like, if they don't like my music, they can listen to the podcast. If they don't like the podcast, listen to the music, and vice versa. But just I just wanted to introduce that I do make music myself. I get beats from from my 2 friends from high school, Nick and Dakota. Shouts out to them, by the way. They are amazing musicians, and if they keep up the way that they're going, if they keep grinding and grinding and grinding, they're going to get to where they want to be. No doubt in my mind at all. Which is the same for me, I think. It's just a matter of time, you know. It's just building up those dominoes, building them up and up and up, and then if one fucking falls, everything else is going to go into place. You know what I mean? But I did release, like in music news for me, I did release a EP called Broke Angst. It's on Spotify, it's on YouTube, it's really everywhere because I use this service to where you just put it up there, upload it, and then it distributes it to all of the online stores, online streaming, or what have you. I need to stop touching my face. That's kind of why I shaved, because I touch my face a lot. I'm nervous all the time. I don't really like talking about it that much because it doesn't really interest me. But whenever I talk to other people about the the link that I go to make my shit as individualistic as possible. Like for instance, the only thing that I do coming from an outside source now is beats. I might have some help on the mixing and the mastering every once in a while, you know. But mainly I'm doing all that because I feel I should know how to do all of that to portray my sound how I want it to sound. Because if I gave someone a song that I've been thinking of and obsessing over and very passionate about, I really don't feel, unless I give them specific instructions, I really don't feel that they will portray the same emotions or the put in the same effort like I would put into. I just don't think so, unless, like I said, specific instructions, like you need to do this, you need to cut it this way, you need to fade in this line towards this line, you need to make this interlude here, blah blah blah, you need to raise up, blah blah blah. But I like using other people's beats because I love working with other people's passions. Like if someone put all of their all into a beat, I'm gonna be like, damn, I portrayed how I wanted to portray. Like I hear the beat and I'm like, all right, this is a sad beat. I'm gonna write some sad shit. So if that doesn't coincide with what they're thinking of, I mean, it is what it is. Music is subjective most of the time, 99% of the time. But I'm trying to figure out what fucking point I was even trying to make. I just like doing shit by myself. I mean, it's hard. It's very time consuming doing like video editing and making logos and uploading all of this shit to like 10 social media outlets. You just got to keep grinding. You just got to keep chipping away at that fucking cornerstone until you fucking just build up that mansion, man. But what I wanted to end, not really end the podcast right now, but what I want to steer towards is I have all these topic ideas of things that I'm interested in. Not necessarily what everybody's interested in, but I feel like I'll find a niche out there, a niche that will draw or gravitate more people towards me. But I'm really interested in like the whole like comedian podcast, YouTube drama, somewhat, TikTok. I really started off on TikTok as like a joke because it came from Musically, and it was all these people just doing like mouthing all these words, and I'm just like, this is like for fucking like 14, 15-year-old girls. But then it got bought by TikTok or whoever, and then they changed the name to TikTok, and then about like a few months into it, it gradually went away from Musically and all that cringe fest to even more of a cringe fest, but with the original content. So me and my buddy Corbin, we go into the deep dark depths of TikTok, and then we just send each other the most cringy fucking videos. And sometimes that shit, I mean, if I look at a video and it legitimately makes me laugh, like out loud, not just like the more air out of your nostril meme, you know, like that was funny, you know what I mean? But like actually like cackle, then I'm gonna start getting into it. And there's so much good shit on TikTok. It's Vine, basically. It's basically Vine 2. I bet that's why Vine 2 stopped getting all the traction and all the news and all the publicity that it was getting, because I remember a year or two ago, they started, the co-owner of Vine said he wanted to do Vine 2, and then TikTok fucking blew the fuck up. And, I mean, really now you can post anything on there. It's all good publicity if the algorithm favors you. So like if you make like all these sounds that people go on, like they mouth over the sounds, or songs, or they do whatever. So like if I put my original sound on there and a whole bunch of people make videos to it and start mouthing it and start going word for word and make some content to it, do some transitions, do that fucking like head thing. Let's try to get back into this. Okay, what was the last thing that I talked about? Because I had to take a break, and my fucking camera, I need to get another battery because this camera took so long to fucking charge. Let me see. What was the last thing I talked about? We're talking about TikTok, music influence, blah blah blah. Fuck. Yeah, I think I was just touching base on how TikTok can influence a lot of people's exposure. I mean, most people think it's like some cringy thing right now. I mean, I thought it was. I got it as a joke, and then I started scrolling through, and then it just started filtering out to where I just started seeing fucking funny ass people, just original sketches, cringy ass shit, which is my favorite. A lot of people don't like that stuff, but I love it. Just like those awkward people. I mean, not to really fucking dig on them because I'm socially awkward myself, but it takes a whole new breed of person to cosplay and just like be so like fucking weird about it, bro. I mean, I don't really care that you cosplay. It's just some of these, it's just a certain type of video that is just so cringy to me. Like if you're gonna cosplay, just be sure that you know your lines that you're saying in the TikTok or whatever. If you're trying to be like some edgy edgelord cringe fest fucking whatever, I need to edit this a lot. But yeah, I mean, you can fucking cosplay, you can do whatever. I don't care whatever makes you happy. It's just fucking funny. It's just some, like, these people have full sketches out, and then it's just the fact that they're not really prepared. They don't say it. They're not mouthing the right words. They're just fucking stumbling over themselves. It's cringe, you know? You'll see cringe when you see it. Make sure to wear your radiation hazmat cringe suit, though. That shit has waves, bro. That shit'll affect you to your fucking bones. But actually, I have soon I'm gonna try to incorporate some TikTok videos that I'll like put up on the screen somewhere and just like comment on them, fucking joke about it. I got a curator in mind. I might turn him into his own segment. A lot of things are in the works. A lot of things. I mean, I've been thinking about doing this podcast for so long. It really feels so rejuvenating, sitting in front of a fucking camera, just shooting the shit. Which will be better whenever I can sit down, chill, shoot the shit with a whole bunch of my buddies, and a whole bunch of the lads coming together, drink some fucking whiskey, talk about some topics. I've always wanted to do this, man. This is a dream that I'm trying to slowly lay brick by brick the cornerstone of everything that I want to happen. If that makes any sense. God damn it! I just fucking spilled all that shit. Shouts out to Bang. It just banged my fucking floor. Hey yo, but yeah, I'm trying to back to that segment thing. If y'all have seen the Your Mom's House podcast, or really any fucking comedian podcast, they always have some shit on the screen, and then you can just comment about it. My whole thing is like copyright stuff. I need to brush up on that. There's also another segment that I want to try out. It's just like I've been on YouTube probably since 2009, probably before that. And I've always just kept up with like my people that I love to watch, like Idubbbz, H3H3, Joji, Max Mofo, anything for views, and just that whole crew of people like that type of comedy. But I've always just wanted to just sit down and talk with it, because only like 2 or 3 of my friends really get into all that. And what I wanted to bring up today was the whole Idubbbz scandal or conspiracy or whatever. So basically, Idubbbz is this YouTuber. He does like I mean, I wouldn't really call it edgy. He's just being himself. He's just doing the shit that nobody really has the guts to do. Just like calling people out on their shit, just making funny ass fucking jokes. But apparently, he has this new girlfriend, and she now has an OnlyFans account, which he has talked down, like way down on before. But to me, I think he was just fucking. I mean, he's just joking around, you know what I mean? I mean, for everybody to fucking lash out at him like this is just crazy. Like, what if he changed his mind? All those videos that everybody's bringing up is like years ago. Him talking about like talking down on like sex work and prostitution and whatever, which OnlyFans isn't. I think it's way more sophisticated than that. I mean, fuck. If there was a market for fucking guys as there was girls, bro, I'd be on OnlyFans today, 100%. Sit at home, fucking beating your meat, fucking just videoing that and just sending it out and having people subscribe to you and pay you money to do what you do whenever you're about to go to bed, bro. Dude, that'd be a dream come true. But that's not how the world works. You know what I mean? So everybody's getting on him for that. Blah blah blah. They're like, oh, is Idubbbz in the wrong? Is he in the right? He made a video basically saying, "Fuck off. I'll do what I want." My whole thing is people can change it. I mean, all those references that people were bringing up, it's in a video. I mean, nobody knows, which this is the whole thing about comedy. Nobody knows whether he's joking, whether he's serious or not. So people are taking that literally and then bringing that towards him and saying, oh, you used to say this. Why are you okay with it now? You're a simp. Blah, blah, blah. Simp. Dude. Chill out, bro. Let him do what he wants. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with his girlfriend doing it. I don't see nothing wrong with nobody doing it. It's just, especially right now, bro. Everybody's locked up. Everybody's getting an OnlyFans account. I think I read that that OnlyFans has gained I think 2 or 3 million unique subscribers, which means new people, not just reoccurring subscribers. Like, new people are fucking joining that shit because everybody's stuck in their house. Nobody knows what to do. We're doing our regular routines, being productive as much as we can, and shit. Nobody can really, I mean, some people can go back to work, but nobody really is having their usual income. So everybody's just dicking around, doing new workout routines, slinging their dick, slinging their pussy around. You know what I mean? You do you, bro. You do you. And that's all I got to say on that. Idubbbz, you keep doing you. You may never see this. You might see this on your fucking... Yeah, zigzags are the best. Zigzags are the best joint paper of all time, by the way. For tobacco use only, obviously. But I think what I had next... There's gonna be a lot of cuts in this fucking podcast. I'm fucking up. Fucking up. This is why I can never do this shit live, bro. Ain't no way. I was taking back to what I was saying. I was taking a walk, and I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this segment that I wanna do, and I'm trying to think of it. Somebody needs to put in the fucking Jeopardy soundtrack. Trying to think of this new segment, but apparently it's never going to come to me. But what I really want to do is eventually have like local rappers on here, tying back into all that music talk that I was doing earlier. I want to get in different people, have like a whole bunch of questions, interesting questions, not just like, oh, what made you do music? I mean, I'll ask that, but it's gonna be way more. You can't just ask fucking black and white questions. You gotta really do your research and get into the person and ask them what they like. Figure out all that shit so you can ask intricate, like, specific questions. I mean, I had something else that I wanted to talk about, but I'm not really interested in that anymore. You know, so I'm just gonna chill here and just shoot the shit. You know, I was just asking a whole bunch of my friends like what they're doing right now to like stay productive, because I mean I can't fucking stay still. I mean I quit my job like a month and a half before all this shit went down. Obviously I didn't know how bad this was gonna be. Since I quit my job, my routine is all fucking messed up. Because I used to get to work at 7, work till like 4, get off, go like work out, do some editing. Like I had this whole routine, and now I am not waking up at 7 a.m. I'm going to sleep at like 3 or 4 a.m. and then waking up. I'm trying to wake up before 11, and then I've been running lately. I've been doing all of this shit because I just can't. I can't stay still, bro. I gotta be doing something. I was playing fucking video games 24/7, but that it doesn't get the juices flowing like I'm talking about like multiplayer wise, like getting into like multiplayer games and really like going at it and grinding and shit. Like I'm playing Animal Crossing right now, and that shit's so laid back. Like I'll have that on, I'll be doing some task or whatever. I'll have my laptop, I'll be doing all that shit, editing my website, doing all this shit. And now I'm just talking in circles. Oh yeah. Okay. So while I was taking a walk, I finally remembered this. While I was taking a walk, I was thinking, every new episode of my podcast, which is probably gonna be, I'm gonna try to bang it out every week, or maybe twice a week. Like since we're all hunkered down in our shit right now. And each new podcast, I'm gonna, like during my music segment, while I'm talking about music and everything, see how I'll listen to music is something will come out, and then I'll listen to it front to back until I'm completely sick of it, and I'll be naming, like each new episode I'll be naming those I'll be naming like an album I've been fiending on, and then I'll just talk about it a little bit. Like right now, I've been listening to the new Weeknd album, and at first I wasn't really fucking with it because it's so different than Starboy. Because I love that. I recently just finished listening to all that, but I found myself like my first listen, I was just like, not really. And then now, during the week since it's come out, I'm finding myself go to Spotify or wherever I listen to music, because there's so many different shit I got on my phone, and then I'll just start it. It's like a habit right now, and like I'm kind of like forcing myself subconsciously to like the album. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I really enjoy all of the, like there was this track, I think it's Blinding Lights or Heartless, and in parentheses he said Vaporwave or Vaporwave or whatever. And I've been getting into that art style and that music style. I've been getting into all of that, like lo-fi, vaporwave, and dude, he's just that's the first time I've seen an artist like do different versions of a song and it be so different. Like usually you'll see like a release of this, like a very popular single, and then they'll have like instrumental, full song, and then acapella. But he's like doing a song like 3 different times. So I mean, I just really enjoy shit like that. I really enjoy intricacies, if that's even a word, that artists do because whenever they do stuff like that, you know that they actually care. They're not just putting out bangers and just following like a strict recipe on how to make people listen to their shit, which is what I do. I'm trying to get into that recipe, but right now I'm just writing down, like in my journal or my notepad on my phone. I'm just writing it. It's basically like a journal, like my feelings. I'm just jotting them down, making them rhyme, doing a whole bunch of wordplay. I love vocabulary. I love all that shit. I love all that shit. But yeah, that'll be probably like the start of the music segment. I'll name like that album. I'll do like a brief description of it, or not really a description, just like a summary of what I think about it. And then y'all can jot your thoughts down in the comments or whatever. All this shit is really touch and go right now. Since I decided to do this at the worst possible time, since we're all hunkered down. I mean, I like doing shit by myself, but it would be very cool to have like another camera angle over there, another camera angle over here, a different fucking area to do all this shit. I mean, I got the lights, I got one camera, I got a pretty good mic. Yeah, and I'll probably need a new editor. Cause I mean, editing all this shit. I mean, I'm doing my own mixes. I'm doing my own mastering of my own music. I'm doing all this stuff. It'd be great to have an editor that's on my same wavelength and knows what I want, which will be very hard, unless they have like specific instructions, which I'll 100% give whoever wants to do that. But man, just wrapping everything up. This is just gonna be a podcast. This is just gonna be Jesus fucking Christ. This is just gonna be a podcast. This is just gonna be a podcast of me stumbling over my words, jumping to random subjects, stuttering, saying and touching my face, talking about stupid shit, news, which I don't really like to get in. See, what's not going to happen on this podcast is I'm not going to tie it in to politics or religion, because some of my favorite podcasts have started to turn into that, and that's all they talk about. It's great to have your beliefs, believe in whoever you want, whatever you want. Just, I'm not talking about it on here. This is completely free from that. Whenever I do the news, I'm just laying down like bullet point facts. You take it how you want. I might slip in a little comment here or there, but no politics, no religion, none of that, because I don't really get into all that. That shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hopefully, we'll be getting some guests on here, and it won't just be you looking at me in a green bandana and a naked shaved face and a brace. Naked shaved face and a brace. See, look, I'm a fucking musical genius. But that's really all this is. If you listen to it while you're working out, going to sleep. See, I listen to podcasts whenever I'm going to sleep. I put it on really low, and then I just go to sleep. And then like the bass of people's voices, that's very soothing to me. And then while I'm working on my workstation, just like mixing stuff, I'll have a podcast playing all day, every day. Shouts out to Tiger Belly, Your Mom's House, the Joe Rogan podcast, the H3H3 podcast, which I don't really listen to anymore because it's gotten too political. I forgot which podcast. It's the one with Bert Kreischer and Bill Burr, and they're smoking cigars. But that podcast. So and how can I fucking forget the one that started it all? Howard Stern. I don't know how I got turned on to that, but during my job I had like 3 years ago, that's all I would listen to. I've probably seen 75% of all of Howard Stern's material that he's put out. All of those are inspiration for the Broke Knock Life podcast. And I don't know. I really don't know how long this is gonna be. I'm trying to make it 45 to an hour, but we're gonna see how that goes. I need more topics. I need to brainstorm more on different segments, and it's really it. So I will catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all need to stay safe out there. Do not go to fucking beaches. And social distance, 6 feet away or whatever. Wash your hands, blah, blah, blah. You'll be alright. So that is the ending to the first episode of Broke Knock Life. Peace out.
Anxiety, feel vision with the red. Society kills any Reddit thread. And BF1 jump on the medic bed. Make sure my mama fed. Buy the house and do the dishes. That's the grit I need. Hit the 6 on Xbox, Red Dead, obtain a loyal steed. Measure out my heart, scoop away the greed. Hit the lab with Coop and T. Write another